Hello everyone, welcome to the new channel. This is where I'm going to be from now on, and I'm really excited because I have so much content planned for this channel. So today we are doing a get ready with me / chit chat, catch up a little bit, talk about everything and whatever comes up. I have my Alani here because this is like the only caffeine I drink. I only drink like that much but this is like the only caffeine I drink right now, pregnant, because coffee is not, it's one of my food aversions, sadly. I'm a huge coffee girl. So I'm gonna do my glowy makeup. It's not like an everyday quick makeup. It is definitely a little bit more time consuming, but it is whenever I want to put a little bit more effort, look a little bit more flawless, more glowy. Like for example, last night did not get much sleep. Been dealing with just a little bit of like restlessness and waking up in the middle of the night. Okay, so if you can see under my eyes, I have these collagen eye patches. They are so nice. I leave them in the fridge and I put them on in the mornings when I'm getting ready, and it's just, but I'm going to take these off. So I've had them on for a while and I've actually been using these. You can see my dark circles really bad. I've actually been using these for about a week. And I do notice a difference, and it really does help with the puffiness of not sleeping well. Nivea, this Nivea cream, this is the made in Germany one, the one that doesn't have mineral oil. It is so good. But I don't use too much during the day so that I'm not too like greasy looking, because this is very hydrating, very dewy. So I only put enough to just hydrate my face for the day. If you guys want a skincare routine video, let me know. My skincare routine right now is super simple. I might switch it up though, because hormonal changes happen in pregnancy. So it changes your skin, and I always put everything down the neck. You always want to do some kind of SPF, so I'm doing this one by Mix Soon, I think that's how you say it. At 31, I have to always apply SPF. So this is like the base for my makeup. This is what keeps me glowy and makes all the makeup underneath look good. I think skincare is everything with makeup. So this is going to be my base for today. So the e.l.f. Halo Glow liquid filter. My color is in shade 4 medium. So since I am pretty tan, I know I look like a ghost on camera for some reason, but I am pretty tan right now. And then this one is medium honey for my concealer. So I'm going to show you guys how I make these two look a little bit more heavy coverage, but still they look dewy, they look good. I feel like I'm talking just a little bit too much about makeup. So let's talk about life. So yes, I am pregnant with baby number 2. With all of that, especially with a second, it's like you are heavily into motherhood. For a long time, I just felt kind of one and done, just because my daughter, Evie, she had so much colic. She was very colicky. And on top of that, she was just a very high needs baby. She always wanted to be held. She's like a Velcro baby. She just was always wanting just mommy. Until recently, she's been okay staying with like her grandparents, but always was me. So I always said I wouldn't put her in school or daycare or have a nanny because, she was just so happy with me. Now she is definitely getting attached to her dad a lot, kind of very similarly to me. There's just things with parenthood that come along, and I'm sure all of y'all who are parents and moms and dads and whatnot, I mean, I don't know if there's any dads watching, but if you are, you know how it is. So yeah, just raising a more sensitive child has definitely challenged me in so many good ways, and to be a better person and to be just more conscious of things and more conscious of how, energy affects her and how certain environments affect her, and what kind of energy I bring into my home, what kind of energy I embody for her, because I know she's a very sensitive person, and I am sensitive myself too, not gonna lie. Her being that way has made me level up mentally, emotionally. I used to be a very emotional person and kind of led by my emotions, and now being her mom, having to be the anchor, consistent one. I mean, my husband obviously is that for her as well, but just realize I have to be very much like steady, secure, and give her that sense of security so that she feels confident. And so with children who are more sensitive, you just have to be more aware. It doesn't really even look like I have a lot on my skin. It's just like a natural glow. And I go in with the eyebrows. I use the same eyebrow powder from like, I want to say 12 years ago. I bought this at a duty free in an airport. I think it was like the duty free in Miami, because something happened with my makeup. I don't know if it got lost or I didn't pack it. Something happened, so I had to buy some stuff at the duty free, and I ended up just loving this palette. I don't use the other side, but this side I do. And I don't even think they make this palette anymore. I feel like we all went through that laminated brow phase, and I used to use like the brow freeze from e.l.f., but I just use my Anastasia clear brow gel now, and I just kind of sweep it across like that. I actually started doing my brows a lot thinner, if you notice. I just like the lifted look thinner brows give. I had them a lot thicker up and through here in the front. And my brows just grow so easily. So if I want them to get thick again, I can just grow them out. I'm embarrassed to show y'all that, but look how messy it is. But it has everything in it. This is the Huda Beauty Empowered palette. Go into Power, which is like a nude, a lighter peach nude. I love peach, if you guys didn't know. And I just bring this through the crease. I'm gonna take a little bit of Rebel, which is like a light chocolate brown, I wanna say, and just bring that over the top. So enough about Evie. I could talk about her all day, honestly. I wanna kind of talk about where my head is at with this new channel, because I know a lot of people were like, why would you know, you have so many subscribers in the other channel, why would you just leave the channel, you know? And some of y'all may feel me on this, some of y'all may not. I don't know. Some of y'all may think I'm crazy. It's okay. Those of y'all who came over here, thank you. You guys are the best. You guys see the vision and you guys trust my vision. But it's kind of like when I continue on that channel, since I didn't post for so long, I know there's people who missed seasons of my life. And if I pop on and start making content, the new content that I want to make, I just know I'm gonna get so many comments, and I really don't want to deal with this at this point. You know, I want to have fun. I don't want drama. Oh, I didn't even tell you what I'm using. I'm using the Camo Liquid Bronzer and Contour by e.l.f. This one is in color Light Clair. So this is just, I usually do this before brows, but I totally forgot. So yeah, I just know there's gonna be people complaining and saying, why are you talking about this? And why aren't you making this kind of content? And I just don't want to deal with that. I want a fresh start. I felt like whenever I was uploading the podcast, it was like, I don't like these types of videos, or I don't like the sit down chit chat. And it's like, this is the podcast. It's meant to be like a sit down, you know, talking about different topics. And it was like, with the time constraint that I have, as you guys know, I was full-time stay-at-home mom. Now my daughter's in school, so I have a little bit more time before baby comes, but also like for me, dealing with a baby is a lot easier than a toddler. I didn't want to be dealing with just people being unsatisfied and unhappy with my channel, because, and it's not that I'm ashamed, like I think people think I'm ashamed of what I used to talk about. No, it's not, but it's like, I don't want to talk about those things anymore because I'm not, you know, into manifestation. It's not something I practice anymore. And so I don't feel like talking about that. Obviously, I want to stay true to myself, stay true to my faith. And it's just like so many comments, so many messages were like, talk about manifesting this, talk about manifesting that. And it's just not what I wanted to talk about anymore. And I want to talk about motherhood. I want to talk about this journey I'm on, because I know so many of you are also in a similar place. And it might not even be motherhood. You're just in a different mindset. Maybe you have also rediscovered your Christianity, or come back to Christianity, or discovered it for the first time. You were also into the New Age and manifestation. So I'm gonna actually go over with some powder bronzer just in the deeper areas of my face. Had some dimension. This one is actually a pretty good bronzer. This one is Revolution Mega Bronzer in One Cool. So this is definitely like a good bronzer to chisel out. And since I am pregnant, I just need a little extra help with the slimming of my face. I also put some kind of on the nose. So that's just where my head is at. I'm not ashamed of my videos. I actually love to go back to my old videos and watch them. Even the more cringy like makeup tutorials I used to do and the posing before. But you know, it's a fresh start for me. And I like starting from zero. I like starting new things. I'm using Huda Beauty's Easy Bake. I use the Cherry Blossom one. I just like the pink. I always powder heavily down here because I like this area to look smooth. So I powder this really heavily. Okay, so I just hit this in areas where I want it to look smoother. So this area and a little in the T-zone. So I don't put so much under the eye because it can look cakey and accentuate the fine lines. So I just kind of lightly dab on the eye, and I do it mostly where I want it to be blurred. So right here. And just a little on the bridge of the nose, and just a tiny amount between the brows. And I leave the rest of the areas pretty dewy. I am also working on a new program. I've had people come to me on Instagram and say they miss my programs, my courses, things like that, my seminars. And I miss doing them too. They're just so fun. And in my seminars, I can talk about things that I can't talk about to a larger audience. It's just more niche. I'm gonna put a little bit of bronzer here just to darken it a bit. A little here. So I am gonna bring back a program. Not bring back, I'm starting a new program. But I am floating a few ideas. I am working with different ideas. So if you guys have, I'm just gonna add a little bit of bronzer up in here. If you guys have some ideas on what you would like to see in a program or in a seminar, it'll probably be like a week-long seminar or maybe like a 1 to 2 day seminar. Could be a longer one, we'll see. Depends on what people want, but I would love to hear y'all's feedback on that as well. This is Camo Liquid Blush, and I love the Camo Liquid Bronzer, so good. So in the summer, I was just with these two. It's still pretty much summertime here. I don't know why I feel like it's fall because it is cooler outside, definitely. So yeah, I just want to talk about everything, you know, even relationships, datings. I know a lot of y'all are also single, or you want to find, you know, a good person. And you know, one thing I will say, if you are single and you are dating and you are looking, is don't give up. Don't settle. We have to shut out the world sometimes when we're dating and shut out people's opinions, because you guys don't know, whenever I was younger and just more impressionable, I would get comments from people and it would just stick in my mind and make me question myself and question my methods, question my worth. And sometimes it comes from a place of love and care, but sometimes it's just people being unhelpful. So I always think when you are dating, listen to people who are going to speak life upon your relationships or upon your dating life, and not people who are going to make you question your worth and your value, or say things like, oh, you're this old, why haven't you found this person? Which, by the way, I'm using the Merit highlighter in Bounce. It's the Merit Day Glow highlighting balm. It's so good. It just looks like a beautiful dew on the skin. Shut out the negative Nancy's, or those people who make you feel bad about being single or not finding the one or whatever. Be around like-minded women, women who are healthy in dating, who have healthy habits in dating, gonna lift you up, who are gonna make you feel good about yourself, and not those negative Nancy's or people who are trying to make you question your worth and your value. Because when you hear those voices too much, it will make you settle. It will make you question your worth and value. It will make you question if you should be rushing into a relationship or taking breadcrumbs or being in a situationship. And you always want to take advice from people who are happy in a relationship. You know, if you know somebody who's happy in a relationship, and they have a good partner and they chose well, those are the people you should probably listen to above all. Sometimes it's even our single friends who can hold us back as well. So just be so mindful who you're listening to. You know, these dating coaches, a lot of them are saying really toxic things or things that sound good, you know, to other people, but then in their real life, they're doing something the complete opposite, or they're dealing with the complete opposite versus what they're showing you know, or showing the public. And I think just as important as the person that you choose to be with are your friends, is your circle, the people you listen to. Make sure that you are just filling your head and what you're listening to, the people around you, your influences, even people you follow, whether it's dating coaches or influencers or just, you know, people who are giving advice. Make sure that they're positive and they're not filling your head with limiting beliefs or making you feel like you have to fundamentally change everything about you for someone to love you or for you to find somebody good. Because I think often what we don't realize is what makes us different or what makes us unique, or, you know, our flaws can often be something that somebody else will find endearing and somebody else will appreciate. And if you're still stuck on your ex, you need to focus on healing that, because if not, you are just always going to be attached to that person. Even if that person was absolutely horrible to you and you're like, I don't know why I'm still stuck on them. They treated me so bad. They cheated on me. If you don't cut those ties, and one thing that I think really helps in healing is asking God to heal you and asking God to renew your heart. And I believe Christ makes all things new. So prayer is so, so important, and to ask God to make you new and to make you whole and complete, because you are. God made you whole and complete and just so, so beautiful. So don't let what somebody did to you in the past or what a past relationship did to you, don't let that make you question your worth and your value. Trust me, I had an ex that just told me so many things that I believed, sadly, because I was younger and impressionable and I didn't know better. Despite the fact that I was somebody who was always very conscious and I would say aware of things, and I knew a lot about psychology, I knew a lot about these things. When it's your heart, or there's guilt involved, or somebody just has a spiritual hold on you, because that's a very real thing, it's hard to discern. So if you have fallen victim to somebody speaking negatively over you, your life, your dating life, just know that you're not always going to be under that person's spell or under that person's hold. Pray and give it to God, and do not give up. Do not accept your fate. That's something I really believe in. I think a lot of us, we tend to think with anything in life, because we grew up a certain way or we were raised by certain people, that is our fate. You know, it's kind of like, let's say with an abundance mindset, you might believe, oh, I grew up poor. You know, we often accept the stories of our family, of our parents, of our past selves, and you can rewrite your story at any time. You can become new at any time. You know, just take a look at me. You know, I started brand new with a new channel, and I have a lot of people who told me not to do that. It's a bad idea. But for some reason in my heart, I believe this was the right thing for me, and it's something fun for me. It's something that is mine for me to be creative, have fun, and connect with y'all on a different level. So I'm just applying mascara. I think I need a new mascara. This one's getting a little tacky. I also want to hear what you guys want to see as well on this channel. Do you guys like Get Ready With Me? Do you guys like the beauty related content? Because this has always been a core of who I am. I've always loved beauty and makeup and all things feminine and girly. It's just who I am. And just because I'm a mommy now doesn't mean that I can't love these things. And my daughter is such a girly girl. Like, I didn't even train her to be that way, guys. I did not. She just sees everything I do and she just copies. She loves everything mommy does. She's in her princess dress era right now, and it's just, I'm living for it. I love it. It's just the best thing. She loves makeup. She loves doing her nails. She loves hair. She loves ballet. She's taught herself ballet. She's not even in classes. We did try some classes, but she wasn't having it. She didn't want to stay in the class without me, so took her out of that. But I do plan on putting her in the future. I just feel like she's too little right now. With my lips, I feel like they already look good because I have this e.l.f. I love e.l.f. It's a balm, but it looks so pretty on the lips. Like it gives you like that cherry red lip, but it's still natural. This is the best lip liner for my skin tone, I feel like. This is the Milani lip liner in Spice. Oh, nothing beats this for me. You can do like a couple of different lip looks with this makeup. So if I wanted to kind of stay in that peachy kind of vibe, I will leave the Milani and I'll go in with Siren by Revlon. Gorgeous orange color. You can see my daughter got her fingers in there. But I just take a little bit and look how gorgeous that color is. I mean, it looks orange in the tube, but on you, like with your lip color or your lip liner, it's so gorgeous. I have been hooked on having like an orange lip since 2018, no lie. So there's that combo, which I think I'm gonna leave. But if I didn't use these, I would either use the Say, which is like a really nice one whenever I want to go makeup free or I'm using kind of natural makeup. Glossy Bounce Remix. Love this one. It is like a berry, but it goes on really pretty. And then there's always this one, the e.l.f. one. I love both of these for every day. But when I'm filming or just want, you know, more polished look, I do go with this one. So that is the look. Let me take my hair down. My hair hasn't been cut, okay? I need to go get my hair cut. And I was thinking of getting some highlights or something in it. This is just my natural hair. I will just leave it like this on a day-to-day basis. I'm gonna put on some earrings because I feel like I need them. So I'm gonna just put my diamond studs in. You can't go wrong with diamond studs. I love them. I don't really wear hoops or anything else these days. There we go. I don't have time to show you guys like get ready with y'all outfit, but if you guys want to see outfits, let me know and I'll put some together for y'all and show y'all like good daily outfits, you know, for pregnancy, because that's what I'm wearing these days. For now, I'm just sizing up, getting stretchier clothes, form-fitting. Pretty sure once the third trimester comes along, I'm gonna want looser clothes, which is kind of nice. We're going into fall and winter soon, so I think that's a lot better time to be pregnant than just like the heat of the summer, because I stayed indoors for like the first trimester the whole time because I was so sick. So I didn't really see the worst of the heat. So yeah, that is it for today's look. Thanks for being with me and for staying here, and for my subbies. Thank you so much. Those of you guys who came over from the old channel, welcome. And to those of y'all who are here, brand new, welcome. So glad to meet you and thank you for watching. All the products are linked in the description so you can get your own, try them out, and I will see you guys in the next video.